Hello, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome in and welcome back. Welcome to the office today. And I was getting ready to put the Osho Zen deck down to pull some ancestors and angels, and I was pulling off this, and it's like, I know that you have felt like the outsider. The inner child has felt like an outsider, but that's a good thing. Okay, so continue to do the inner child work, declaring the healing, love that inner child, and you won't feel like an outsider anymore. Okay, so that's, somebody needs to hear this. Okay, and I know you have felt this ice. You feel like you've been iced, you've been isolated. Fives are significant: 555, 3, 333, and 444. I know you have felt like the outsider your entire life. I have too. So I feel you, I know you, I see you. All right, I hear you. And I know during this awakening process, you can feel very like isolated at times, more so than not. All right, so the more you present you become, the less patient you'll have to worry about. Remember, the past is the past for a reason. The future is unknown. All we have is this present moment. So continue to just be present, and this will continue to fade away. And I know things are feeling really intense. Well, you're feeling intense activations, upgrades are definitely taking place, downloads and all of this, or you're just like overwhelmed with this process because you're just waking up, or you've been trickling into this awakening, and now it's like really intense. This intensity is actually a good thing. The intensity of the sun, that's a good thing. The intensity of the things that seemingly seem like and feel like chaos are a good thing. Okay, there's a lot of mature souls here, right now. Again, we have the snake eating its tail against endings and new beginnings. All right, and there's this darkness around here. All right, we have all of these beautiful flowers. So again, springtime into summertime, very significant, the blooming of the flowers, but you are a very mature soul. And through this awakening process, you've realized how powerful and how ancient and how wise you are, okay? And during this isolation phase, also Source wants me to let you know, you have continued to bloom and unfold. So lotus flowers are significant. There's something going on with this next full moon, the second full moon in May. It's the blue moon, and we have the new moon back here. So we have all of this beautiful water empress balancing of the light and the dark, right? The light and the dark, the yin and the yang. All right, there's a very floral pattern. Flowers are very significant. Maybe get yourself some flowers. But just know that during this phase that seemingly felt like complete and utter isolation, you have been continuing to bloom in flower, okay? Continuing to bloom into flower. So we're going to add on to that. I feel like we should add on to that, yes, with the ancestors and angels. All right, be graceful in movement and action. Be graceful with movement and action. All right, so there's that grasshopper. That grasshopper showed up in the reading I just did before. So grasshoppers or praying mantis, sorry, not grasshoppers, the praying mantis. Praying mantises are significant. Dragon energy is significant. Gold balls are significant. I don't know, just this gold energy. Yeah, continue to follow the voice of your soul. You might connect with ancient Egypt. You know you're a starseed. You're part of the starseed program. Owls are significant. Arrows are significant. The directions are significant. Night and day are very significant. The balance, right, between the seasons and the cyclical cycles. But you definitely resonate with ancient Egypt, and you definitely know that you're a starseed. All right. All right, what else do we have to finish this? Wait for important information. So important information is coming in. I've been also seeing this as a sign, this red shawl, red cloak, red shoes, red jacket, this red color. That root chakra, this grounded foundation that we're building for this timeline that we're all manifesting together. So you might resonate with being an oracle like I do, of some way, shape, or form. Some type of psychic gifts and abilities are coming more online. If they haven't, they will be, they say. So wait for the important information. The important information could come through a meditation, a healing, like you receiving some Reiki or a massage, or just a walk in nature, or a conversation. The information can come in any way, shape, or form. Like you could be listening to a video like this, and then you all of a sudden you get a full download or a full activation, or you have a conversation, you're hearing a conversation out in the wild, and you're like, then you get a full download and activation. All right, so just wait for the information. There's definitely something going on big with this next full moon. This has been coming up. This moon energy has been coming up. So take note of intuitive messages right after this. So take note of these intuitive messages. Write them down, journal them. Journaling is huge because you don't realize in the moment what something is, and then you are guided to look back, or even a year later. Like, I've been really reflecting back around this time last year, and I'm quite profound on what my pen to paper information was. And I've been 522 on the timer, really guided to share that information with other beautiful souls since I started creating content. So there's something significant going on with this next full moon. Please pay your attention. Write everything down that you feel called to, that you feel that's in resonance, sign, synchronicity, codes, informations, words, sentences, frequencies, whatever it is. And it can come from all sorts of places. Like, we always think that it's always going to come from a meditation, or it's always going to come from, well, I'm receiving Reiki, or it's always going to come a specific way. She says, Source says, that it's probably going to come in the most unlikely way that you think, the most unexpected way that you think it's going to approach. So there's incoming information. So take note of these intuitive messages. You have to get really present to get these. All right, usually quiet, still, and wait, and just sit and wait for that, because it's coming. Seeing this is springtime. See your seeds. So your seeds you're going to start seeing the fruition of the seeds that you have been planting. I know this says spring, and we're in spring, and the solstice is in like a month or so, less than a month. All right, just feed these squirrels here and these chipmunks. All right, so bear with me. So rabbits are significant. They got this purple flower. So see your seeds grow. So you've planted the seeds, you've let them go, you've just planted them and surrendered and trusted your instincts, and know that they are going to sprout and to grow and manifest in perfect unfoldment of this. They're going to sprout and to grow in this perfect divine radiant timing. Also, I see owls, blackbirds, crows, ravens, black panthers, a fawn here. Again, animal guardian. You, like I said, no joke, I'm out here feeding the squirrels, the chipmunks, and the birds. So I'm definitely an animal guardian. A lot of my spirit team are animal spirits. A lot of my protectors is nature spirits, okay? And that might be for you as well. All right, set your sights higher. So some of you need to set your sights higher, and just, again, plant those seeds, but set them higher. Source says higher than you think, higher than you can even imagine. All right, set those sights higher. Stargazer, you might like to look up at the stars. You know, we had that other card. All right, these are very significantly together. You know, I don't usually go out at night unless I'm camping. I'm in doing like through camping, or things like we're in a place where there's no light, no sound. We're in a 2-person tent in the middle of the woods. No electricity, no connections, no nothing. That's where you see me stargazing typically. I'm usually sleeping when I'm at home. But that might be significant to maybe, if you are more of a night person, to go out. And again, you are the wise one. You are the wise one. So grow within your current situation. So continuing to learning, again, owls have been coming out very strong. So please look at the significance behind the energy and frequency of owls as spirit guides and animals, as well as just information. Again, we've got the crows, spirit animals, spirit guides. But you are an elder, you are an ancient soul, more than likely. So you're learning to grow with your current situations. It's learning to surrender, to release, to let go of the resistance, to let go of the attachments, and just go within your, you just, what you go through, you grow through. What you go through, you grow through. And you're learning that more and more. Trust and thrive. So just continue to trust, and you will continue to thrive. And we've got the elders. So the elders are here, the ancestors are here. All right, you're healing through the lineage. So have grace and compassion for yourself, because you are not just healing your stuff, you're healing your lineage, forwards and backwards. All right, and you know this. This is just extra confirmation. All right, if you're asking for that, this is your confirmation. You're healing through the lineage, through the ancestrage. All right, roses are significant. Now we have this red cape again. So you're seeing red capes, red shawls, red jackets, and red shoes. So hearts are very significant. Red roses are significant. I've been seeing a lot of all of these signs, synchronicities, and key codes. So again, I'm seeing it, as well as I'm seeing it the collective consciousness. Why? Because we're all interconnected. Okay, so this is the heart guardian, is here to remind you to love and let yourself be loved. To love and let yourself be loved. Trust in the higher forces. Trust in the higher forces. And again, you resonate with being a shaman. Maybe you practice shamanic work like I do and have been unknowingly, unconsciously most of this lifetime, but you've definitely been a shaman in past lives, and you have a lot of shamanic ancestors here with you. All right, owls are very significant as well as working with the 4 directions, the directionals, the cycles, the seasons. So trust in these higher forces, surrender, release, let it go, release the attachments, and just let everything unfold perfectly, and trust in those higher forces. All right, and then we've got that red rose again. So red roses are very significant. The Knight, be brave and be honest. So again, be brave. Stand in your strength and your bravery and your courage and your confidence, and be honest and truthful, and just speak from the heart. Remember, going back to speaking from the heart, speaking your truth. Again, red roses are very significant. The Order of the Rose, the Magdalene line might be very significant. I mean, and then underneath that was great teacher. You were working with many great teachers. Yeshua, Magdalene, Isis. The white dove is significant. White birds are significant. My son and I took a walk yesterday and we saw the white cranes. So you are a great teacher, leader, healer, mentor, guide in this lifetime, but you have been in many past lifetimes, and more than likely a lot of your spiritual team are these great ascended master teachers, guides, wisdom keepers. So learn from them, learn from the spiritual experiences. And sometimes, again, this is when you're distracted and plugged into the bullshit nonsense, it's hard to receive clearly. All right, so enjoy the growth and recap and reap the rewards. So again, apples are significant, green is significant, red and green is very significant. Those are another colors that have been coming up as a code, red and greens. Please look at the significance of that. So enjoy the growth and reap the rewards. Your rewards are coming in. All right, enjoy this growth, enjoy this journey. Enjoy the journey. Quit trying to seek out the destination. The destination is not going to, it's going to be there. Just enjoy the journey and the growth that's taking place right now, the expansion that your soul is experiencing, this expansion, and just hold space for yourself. Hold space for yourself during this, all right? And know that Gaia is here to support you. So Empress energy, butterflies, Gaia, earth energy, Earth Mother is here. So feel loved and comforted. You are loved and comforted always. And if you're struggling, get into nature. I'm telling you, it is one of the best therapy teachers, helpers you can have. And it's free. It's fucking free. Nature is free. Mother Earth, Gaia, is telling you to feel loved. She loves you so, so much. She thanks you so, so much. She's so, so proud of you. Allow her and her beautiful creatures and her spirits and guides and teachers help you as well along this way, okay? And then continue to be the light. Shine, shine bright. Moths, butterflies. There's so much imagery here that's sign synchronicities. So continue to be the light. The beautiful light that you are. Shine bright, beautiful soul. Shine, shine bright. Don't hold that light back anymore. Do not dim the light anymore. The time is to shine, to just be, to grow, to heal, to learn, to teach. You're being guided as well, but you're also here to be these teachers, guides, and mentors, to share your experiences, your real life experiences, because other people will resonate through that. Not through the bullshit, the nonsense, the lies, all of that. It's through truth and through resonance, okay? And you will connect to those beautiful souls that you're meant to connect with, right? And we don't know typically till we know, okay? Oh, 1422. So again, as I always intend, that this reaches those that it is meant to for your highest and best good, always through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, divine remembrance, divine knowledge, divine magic, and also for me to remind you to continue to shine your bright out into the field, authentically, radiantly, big, take up space, take up all of the space. And I'm here to remind you to empower yourself and know how magnificent, magical you are. You're a big, radiant, infinite soul. All right? I love you. Bye.